Okay, here we go. So it's Saturday, the 5th of December 2020, and I've been locked up basically for the last month and a half nearly since I left my job, and I have to do something. So what I've been doing is plotting another radio show, which inevitably is going to be happening at a different place to the one I do on Saturdays, but it it's still in the process of being sorted out. But if it happens the way I think it'll happen, it's gonna be on Monday evenings, and it's gonna be at People for People Radio. Um, just in case it doesn't happen, though, don't hold me to that. And I don't know how long it'll happen for, because as I'm not working, I've got time to actually do this, which means it'll be at least until Christmas. So it'll be well, probably till the end of January. So I'm going to give it at least 6 weeks to see how it plays out. And if people want to join me for uh, a shadow play roundtable, they're welcome to do that. That's what I'm intending to do. I don't want to jump the gun and say it's happening, but that's my intention. The space on a Monday. I've got to talk to the guy who runs the station about it. He's happy for me to do a show. So it looks like everything's going to happen reasonably cleanly and quickly. So I'll speak to him over the weekend, set something up as a basic introductory thing on either this Monday coming or the Monday after, and then we'll do an hour until Christmas, and then I'll turn it into maybe 2 hours and see if we can get a round table going after New Year. So that's kind of how it's going to play out. So let me explain what shadow play is. Shadow play is shadow integration, shadow work. So Carl Jung has got a definition of the shadow, which is basically the unconscious, all the place you put all the things you don't want to deal with. So it's a place where you put your pain. It's a place where you put your trauma. It's a place where you put all the things that can't be in consciousness at the moment because you can't deal with them, or because you're not ready to face up to facts about a certain situation, or you're not able to think properly about a situation to be able to integrate it. So that's the idea. It'll be an hour. I've got the content for the first show in my head already, so I know that one's going to work. I found a video with Alan Watts speaking about Carl Jung. It's not just going to be Carl Jung this show, but we're going to start with Carl Jung, and then add Freud, and then maybe add psychosynthesis, which is Robert Asiglioli. And then from psychosynthesis, we'll go to maybe emotional freedom technique and the work of Byron Katie and all those sorts of things. All of those things that came out of Roger Callahan's work on thought field therapy are interesting for shadow play. So the reason it's shadow play and not shadow work is that it's more likely to happen if it's fun. So I want to make it as much fun as I possibly can. So I'm not holding anybody to anything. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to talk about anything. But if you want to, that's fine. But let's make it light, and make it fun, and make it empowering, and make it interesting for people, and make it a community if we can, and make it a kind of working model of group dynamics with a shadow work kind of vibe going underneath it. So the vibration is integration of all of those things that are holding you back, all of those things you can't quite deal with, all of those things you've been avoiding. So I've got a long list. So I've done live emotional freedom technique on the radio before, so I might do a little bit of that at some point. It's not great radio, but it clears some of my shit out. So as long as it kind of works for me, because most of this is about working through my shit, then I'm happy. But if it turns into a community and a round table, then that's a good thing as well. I'm not gonna put any kind of structure on it. It just happens the way it happens. Ultimately, it happens the way the people at People for People Radio want it to happen, within reason, within a kind of a basic structure that I'll set. I don't want it to veer off into, well, it'll veer off into all sorts of things, but well, maybe my need for control is going to come out in this as well. That seems to be what's just come up there. So I'll let go of my need to control things, and we'll just see how it goes. Let's do a bit of that. I'll do a bit of that this afternoon. Okay, so thanks for watching. When this happens, it'll be People for People Radio, and it'll be Monday evening, and it'll be 8 o'clock till 9, and then possibly 8 o'clock until 10 from January onwards. That's how I'm hoping it pans out. It's not up to me necessarily, but we'll see how it goes.